I'm Sonya.
And I'm Kate.
And today we're dishing with you from 1789, located at 1226 36th Street Northwest in Georgetown.
And today we are featuring one of 1789's featured dishes, the rabbit from Orange County, Virginia. Now the rabbit has, of course, artichoke and potatoes and
things from the field.
Bacon and just everything yummy that you want to smell and eat.
Are you going to say yummy goodness?
I was thinking about it. But we've also heard that the seafood here is wonderful. They have great soft shell crab, they have great scallops, and just about everything on the menu. I think you should try the quail. And today our guest is Stef Woods, which is really exciting to say because the last time we interviewed you, Stef, we just had to say, City Girl Blog.
And then she had that big square around
and we had to pixelate her face because she was not out in the open telling everyone what she was doing. So you have a number of roles now, but when we interviewed you before, you were sex blogger, relationship advocate.
Do I do the closed off body language now?
We won't be talking about those topics unless you'd like.
So a lot has happened since the last time we talked to you,
yes.
And now we can see your face. So tell us a little bit about how City Girl Blogs has changed and what's going on with you right now.
Right, I'm no longer a pixeled box. I had been enjoying the blog, and I had thought, is there more here for me? And then I was diagnosed with breast cancer last June. At 37, I'm 38 now. And I realized I had this forum, and everyone in the blogosphere and on Twitter and Facebook, everyone was so kind and so supportive. And I realized with this forum, if I can make a difference in one woman's life, if I can make one woman think, wow, I don't do self-exams every month. I'm of a certain age and I haven't gotten a mammogram. Or I found a lump and I'm not sure what I should do about it. And making men who love the women think, wow, I can talk to my girlfriend, my wife, my sister, my mother about these things, and it's not taboo anymore. So with that, as I started to do more advocacy work on the breast cancer issues, I realized I need to be out to do this, and that I need to own all sides of me. I was a practicing attorney. I still have a valid license, but I'm no longer affiliated with a firm or a nonprofit. I'm doing breast cancer advocacy. I write about sex and sexual health issues, and I still tell some of my dating narrative stories.
Dating narrative stories. I like that.
Well, I bet there's a lot of great stories now too that you have to tell people about what it's like to date with while you're going through this. I mean, it can be easy.
It was different. I think even just to meet someone now, to turn and say, well, I have to go into chemotherapy and I probably won't be able to actually go out for a drink with you for weeks. Or meeting people bald.
Right.
That was my question to you is when we first interviewed you, you said people know that I have red hair. And for a while, you didn't have that red hair. So was that hard to deal with, and how did you sort of express that in your blog so you could empower women?
Right?
I think I had gotten a wig. It was, very similar to the long red hair that I had, and I realized after wearing it about 6 days that it wasn't me. I wasn't being authentic with the experience, and I wasn't saying, this is what cancer looks like. And so it was important for me to go bald. I did donate my hair to Locks of Love as I was starting to lose it, and then I just went everywhere I normally went, and I'm thankful for organizations like Susan G. Komen, who all the work that they've done, it's allowed me to go up to any location, to come here to 1789 and sit and have dinner with my friends and be bald and laugh and not have someone look and do a double take and say, is that woman bald, and is she okay? And to say, I am okay. This was caught early. I was on top of my breast health. I have been since my mom died of cancer when I was 24. And that this is important for us all to be talking about. And it's not something to be afraid of.
When you were 24, your mom passed when she was 24?
I was 24 when my mom passed.
So you mentioned Komen. Tell us about what's next with your advocacy efforts.
The Global Race for the Cure is Saturday, June 4th.
It's coming up.
Yes, and it's a 5K, but you can run it, you can walk it, or
stroll it with your friends.
Yes. Or
self-examine.
Another great option
right.
Sonya, would you want to do that with us on the walk?
I'll do it before and then come to the walk.
Okay, that sounds like a good strategy. See, I had to make you blush just once, just for the old time's sake.
I got her on that one.
And there's another option to sleep in for the cure. I have friends and loved ones who'd like to support the cause who are out of town, who have other commitments that day. You have children and unfortunately can't get a babysitter that morning.
Or some people who just want to give donations instead of their time, which is perfectly okay because that money stays right here in the community, right?
75% of what's raised, and they're expecting something in the $4 million range. 42,000 people will be walking and running for the cure, and about 3,000 to 4,000 survivors.
The Susan G. Komen Foundation has done so much for women cancer support. I mean, before they really became the powerhouse that they were, things weren't branded in pink and people didn't really talk about it. So do we still need somebody like you to talk to young people out there and say, talk about breast cancer, check yourself? Is it really still such an issue?
I think it is, and I still think there are generations who aren't used to talking about it. My mom died from cancer and never said the C word, even to me. It wasn't discussed. Mm-hmm. And every 23 seconds, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer, and every 69 seconds, a woman dies from breast cancer. And DC has the highest mortality rate.
Wow.
And the 20 to 40 set, when you're not yet thinking about mammograms, when you're worried...
When you feel invincible.
When you're worried about insurance, when you don't want to think, oh, something could be wrong with me. The majority of lumps are completely benign, non-cancerous. But it is important to keep talking about it because of the reach of this disease and because of how many people it affects. So I think I just opened myself up to the universe after I was diagnosed and said, hey, I'm here. If people want to listen, if people want to come to me, and the number of emails and tweets I've gotten and the opportunities I've had to speak have shown that there is a need for it, and there is a need to have a different face and younger faces, and you see 20-somethings who are diagnosed, or you think in different terms and say, wow, a photo exhibit could trigger me to take care of my health in a different way. A walk could trigger me to do something differently. Whatever it is that can motivate us.
Now you two are motivating together?
You've been able to get a lot of people active through your site and through people that have been following you through this whole, you call it an experience, I'll call it an ordeal.
It was both.
It was both. So tell us a little bit about how we're going to get people to walk with us on June 4th.
Well, I'm not sure. Do you know that Kate's one of the
I'm hearing
global ambassadors for Komen?
That I do know, yes.
And so she had been doing this. I remember I made a donation, and the walk was right before my mammogram was scheduled. So it was the week prior. And I was with Kate the night I was diagnosed, and our friendship and our support, I'll try not to cry on air, but it has meant so much to me. And it's a celebration this year, and it's a celebration of women and survivorship and good health. So we're organizing, and anyone's welcome to go on the globalraceforthecure.org site and do a team search for K Street Kate or City Girl Blogs and join our team. Come run, walk, sleep in for a great cause. And to think millions will be raised in a few hours, and how many people will be on the mall, and 75% of this will stay in the DC area, and thinking of all that it can help.
Exactly.
Stef, thank you so much for being with us, for telling everyone your story, for being an advocate, for everything that you're doing. And
for rocking the short, too.
And for rocking the short, exactly.
Thanks.
You're rocking it. You look great. And we still love your red locks. The locks you have.
So do I.
Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll join us in the race on June 4th. And as always, thank you for joining us right here on the District Dish.